On this week's episode, we talk about EA Play. Enjoy the show.
Hello, mate.
I was not expecting
Should we
that.
start over?
No, I like it.
Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode
115.
115 of the One Away Podcast. Well, where we attempt to one up your news. Clearly, we are doing an absolutely miserable job, but I'm still Ryan Smith, and I'm joined, as always, by Jordan Sims.
Hello. How are y'all doing? I'm glad I could be here today. Been through a lot this week.
I'm glad you've been. That would have been pretty awkward if I, showed up and you just weren't here. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So I'm just gonna lay it out there for the people. You've literally done nothing but play The Last of Us for the past 3 days.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm here to talk about
We're gonna play some Destiny.
Yeah, no.
Jordan was all excited because he's like, okay, there's this thing, and I don't want to play without you because you need multiple people to play it. I was like, okay, and then he got The Last of Us the next day when we were planning on playing Destiny, and he didn't leave his room for 48 hours.
And I'm here to say that I have beaten The Last of Us 2.
You want to give some non-spoiler thoughts here so we can clickbait people into thinking that this is a Last of Us review?
19 hours, 30 minutes.
19 hours, 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, that's how long it was for me to complete it. I had a friend that completed it in about 18 hours.
I've been hearing way longer, not from anyone individual, but that's just, I think that's what Naughty Dog has been saying.
Without spoiling anything, this game proves a couple things. One, that graphics don't make a good game.
Okay, yeah. So, see, I'm on the. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm on How Long to Beat, and it's saying about 20 hours. I thought it was supposed to be like 30 or 40, but nope. It says completionist is around 30 hours.
Yeah, I will not be playing this game again. It was dark, and not that that's a bad thing at all. It was just surprisingly dark.
I like Justice League.
Oh my god, yeah. This game, like I was saying before, it's beautiful. The game is beautiful. But that doesn't make it a good game, and I did not enjoy it.
You didn't like The Last of Us 2, really?
No, this isn't
What
clickbait.
did you do why did you stay up in your room for so long then?
Because I wanted to finish it, and it got to a point where, and I can't speak any more to this without spoiling anything, but it just got to the point, without spoiling anything, in my opinion, the story is trash. The story is terrible.
What can you say what about it is bad without spoiling it?
The way they told the story and the directions they decided to take, and that's all I can say without spoiling anything.
Is that in depth or whatever?
Yes, yeah, it really is.
Is that entangled?
Yes.
You didn't like the way they took the characters, because
everyone just feels throwawayable.
That's why it's so hard to critique a game's story.
It is,
because a story can be, just because a story doesn't go the way you want it to, does not make it a bad story.
And it's not that. I would be fine with the direction the story took if it wasn't for some key elements that I cannot say without spoiling a large part of the game.
Okay.
And it got me to the point where I was just bummed. I was bummed out after playing this game. And not for any of the choices you had to make in the game or anything like that. It just felt that... Actually, I can't even say that thought because it'll go down to a thing of...
You can't just say... Well, obviously, this game is not meant to be...
No, not at all.
Fun, or... I don't even want to say fun. It's not meant to be happy, obviously. It's in a post-apocalyptic... elliptical.
And I wasn't going in there looking for a happy story or anything like that. I was fine with it just up until a point where they were like, here's this thing.
I'll say something, and I guess if you don't want to know anything about this game, I don't even know what this means. Okay. Like maybe skip forward a little bit.
I'll, if I remember while editing, I'll put it in the show notes.
I haven't played the game. I never even beat the first one. But I was watching a streamer that I like who has been playing the game. He wasn't playing it at the time, but I've almost watched a few streams and read some reviews, but I was like, maybe one day in the future I want to play this. I haven't decided yet, but I heard him say Joel should have killed her in the first game, and I wasn't sure who he was talking about or what. I was like, that's interesting. Because Joel killed a lot of people in the first game.
I
was thinking, who did he have the opportunity to kill or let die that he didn't?
All I'll say...
I mean, to be fair, he should have let Ellie die in the first game because that would have saved humanity.
Yes and no. Judging from a recent game theorist video...
Well, well, you said, okay, yeah, go ahead.
The game theorist video
yeah.
explains how Ellie being saved and made a vaccine wouldn't actually change anything because of the type of virus they have in the game. It's a fungal-based virus.
The creator of The Last of Us has literally said it would have, though.
Okay.
Neil Druckmann, I don't know if he's the writer or the creator or whatever.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
But he's come out and said that she was the cure.
Okay. So... I get. Well, if the writer says that, but this game just the story. I liked the story of The Last of Us 1. Of 1. And granted, yeah, it had some spots here and there, but in this one there was just plot holes everywhere, and just they would throw in little things, and it kind of seems like they were throwing in things just so they could say, "Hey, we have this in our game. We have, like." I don't even know. I don't even really want to speak to it because I don't want to speak to it in a wrong way.
A fly or something?
Yeah, with a fly or something.
It's really hard to speak. It sounds like you're trying to get into some details that happen in the game, and the game just came out a few days ago. Most people probably haven't played or beat it.
Yeah.
So I understand. I don't want to spoil it for people. You don't want to spoil it for people.
Yes, exactly.
I don't even know if I want to be spoiled on it yet. The game has good reviews for the most part, from what I can tell. It doesn't have... It seems like they range from 7 to 10.
I will say it doesn't deserve, that's the word I'm looking for. It doesn't deserve the review bombing it got from people that did never play the game. But and I went into this blind, I watched the trailer, that was it really. Pre-ordered it, played it. It was just, by the end of it, I was just, why did you decide to take this particular direction? It wasn't even the end. It was just this little section of how things...
Well, did it just not go the way you want?
Yes.
See, that's where I have a problem. Because that doesn't make anything bad. Just because it didn't... I guess spoiler for Samurai Champloo.
Yeah.
At the end, there's some characters that seem like they're going to die. And I would have probably killed them. But they didn't die, and I kind of think it would be, personally, would have thought it would have made more sense if they would have died, but I don't know if that makes it a better or worse story.
And I guess the biggest thing for me is I don't hate the story. I get why they did the story the way they did. And I would be fine with this story or another story. It's just some of the gameplay things, and that's all I can say about that without
some of the gameplay things. Okay, now that this is a different thing, gameplay.
That's all I can say.
Because really. I don't think I've heard anyone say anything.
Now mechanically, there's I
was gonna say I haven't heard anyone give super high praise to the gameplay.
Now, granted, when I say gameplay, I don't mean mechanically. Yes, I wish there was some more exploration aspects and stuff, but that's as deep as I can go in my answer.
What do you mean when you say gameplay?
That's all I can say.
You mean what you physically do in the game?
Yes.
Okay, I wouldn't call that gameplay. That's just what you do. I guess when you make your character do something, I wouldn't call that gameplay. I mean, obviously it is.
Yeah.
But the actions you take aren't the gameplay. The gameplay is what you do to take those actions.
I guess some of the actions they give you in the gameplay some of the actions they give you in the game, I don't like. And I'll just
Okay, let's just leave it at that because
Yeah.
it's really hard for me to obviously understand what you mean, and it feels like that you're teetering on the edge.
I really am.
Like you're like I feel like if I actually want to explain this, I need to spoil it.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest game in a while. So
Yeah, and I don't want to.
We'll just leave it there.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I'm not trying to taint anybody's view of it. Play it if you want to play it.
What did you think about the gameplay? Is it any better? Is it any worse? Or is it more of the same?
It's more the same.
Like just more refined?
More of the same. I will say there were some jumps and some scares where I literally had my skin crawling because of some of the scenes and some of the fights you're in.
I've heard the rope physics are good. Everyone's praising the rope physics.
I will say the rope physics are nice. The sound design is really well in this one. I played with headphones on, and there's a lot of times where it was just, you're looking around, you hear things, and it really makes you feel that something is always right there behind you.
Is it more survival horror-y than the first
There
one?
are some scenes that are just straight out of like Resident Evil survival horror. Like, I'm gonna get fucked up, and there are some new
like the scene in the subway in The Last of Us.
Yeah.
The first one is kind of like that. Was
There
it
were-
just all around you and you can't really move very much?
There was some of that,
Okay.
and there were some. I guess I'd word it as there were some take your breath away battle moments where you were, you're low on supplies. You don't have this. You don't have that. A thing they did is your flashlight goes out sometimes. You gotta shake your controller.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I heard about that.
And so there's some
Because he
times.
does. I think Joel does that in. Mm-hmm. I think you do that in The Last of Us 1 too, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
So there's a lot of here and there callbacks and different stuff like that. So, am I glad I played it? Yes. Am I happy about it? No. And I'll just
It
kind of.
got me very interested. I'll say that.
We'll have to have a come back around discussion after it's been out a while, or if you've played it or something like that, because there are some hot takes that I want to share on this, but I'm not going to since the game has been out like 3 days.
Yeah, fair enough. That's probably the best thing. You
So
also said Hades here. What about that?
I jumped back in Hades after having, I don't know, like 10 hours of just depression from playing The Last of Us 2. I jumped back in Hades, and that game is, the only way I can describe it is beautifully punishing, because I was going through the levels, trying out a new weapon. I got some cool gauntlets, and I was thinking, okay, cool. I'm going to get to the second boss or whatever it is. And I took a different turn because, each time you clear a room, there's a left and right path. And each time I kind of just choose whatever reward I want. And I took one of the paths, and it took me to a new boss. And I'd never seen it. It was a new enemy, but it wasn't like a boss. It was like whatever the smaller version of a mini boss is. Or I guess a mini boss, because the regular bosses are bosses. So it was a mini boss. And it kind of really surprised me. Obviously I died and got back there. And then the next run, I didn't ever see that mini boss again.
So is it?
It's
is this
procedurally
game-
generated.
Okay, it is.
Yeah, it changes every time. And so, before you go out, you can choose your weapon and kind of change your loadout based on what abilities you have and everything. And you don't ever really know what you're going to run into. So I think I've only tried to escape like 20 times or something like that.
Does this have an ending? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Okay.
From the narrative and how the characters are acting and stuff, it seems like there is one.
Okay.
But every time you come back, it's the characters evolve, and they're kind of like, oh, better luck next time. Watch out for this or this and that. And so you don't really know what you're gonna run into as far as character, or as far as like mobs. And this time I took the gauntlets. Well, next time I'll take the bow. Well, shit, I ran into these enemies, and the bow isn't as effective as, say, the sword or the shield or whatever. And so I really like that. I can see how, even for like speedrunner or completionist or anything like that, this game has really fun replay value because it's different every time, and each time it's new battles, different enemies, sort of like that.
Speaking of Sword and Shield, did you pick up the
did.
DLC?
I did. I kind of dabbled into Hades because I wanted, I call it like throwaway fun. I didn't want to play Apex because we'll talk about that later. And I didn't want to jump into Sword and Shield because my heart really wasn't in it. I was kind of just, bleh, after just The Last of Us. And so I jumped into Hades just for some throwaway fun and did a couple runs, learned some new things, tried out some new, I guess, loadouts with different. If you don't know Hades, it's like a dungeon crawler, beat 'em up game, and you get different. You're the prince of hell, and you're trying to escape hell.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
And you get all these different power ups. So I just kind of jumped through that, and it's still enjoyable.
I've heard good things about it.
I keep getting right there to the second boss, and it's a kind of a tough boss.
So the bosses at the end of the level don't change, but the rest of it does?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, and each...
The stage itself, though, doesn't change, though, right? It's just the enemies and the items.
No, the stages will change.
Like the dungeon layout changes?
Yeah, there's like
Really?
The beginning, there's like a middle stage where you...
It's making me want to play Dead Cells.
Yeah, it's fun. There's like a in-between stage where it's like you can tell you're about to get to the first boss. Like, that stage doesn't change as far as the enemies you fight on that stage, like these two little dudes. But the stage itself changes. Sometimes...
The layout?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so you can't just plan, okay, I'm going to do this and that. And even some of the other ones, once you get to, like, the second floor, though, or however they do it, the layout's a little different, and the enemies can change, too. So sometimes you'll, fight different enemies. And so it's different every time. I haven't noticed the same layouts all the time. Like, I'm not going to say, okay, this is my third run. They're going to be this enemies, these, that. It does seem like there's a limited quantity of how much stuff they can kind of churn out.
Yeah, of course.
But it's different every time, so I don't ever know what I'm going to run into. But it's still good. I like it.
Yeah, that game has sounded cool for a while. I'll eventually check it out. I need to play their other games. I've owned, I think, all of them except Hades and Pyre. I'm not sure if I own Pyre or not. But yeah, I own 3 or 4 of their games.
Yeah, this is really selling me on their games. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I think I own most of them on something.
I need to play Transistor. That'll probably be the one I play next. But as for what I played this week, nothing really different. I've been working through. I feel like I'm halfway to 3/4 of the way through Donkey Kong. I'm almost done with Shovel Knight. I think I'm on the last level of the main Shovel Knight first campaign.
Oh yeah, they got some DLC.
They got Spectre Knight, and they got, they came out with King Knight recently and all this. But as far as Shovel Knight's main campaign, I'm fighting. I just fought the Black Knight for like the 4th time, so I'm pretty sure that's coming to an end pretty soon. I really liking that. It's really, really, really good. It's fairly punishing, but not too bad. Now, Donkey Kong, that game is kicking my ass. It's really good, don't get me wrong. It's very, very good. The platforming is great. The environment really, really feels like you're actually playing a big-ass gorilla and his family in a jungle being attacked by penguins.
Yeah, I love the originals, and they really did kick your ass. Just, man, those games are really well done. Tropical Freeze is one of those that I need to play. I just haven't ever bought it.
Yeah, it's great. It's the fact that it's still $50 or $60 is a little ridiculous considering it's a remake. The remake came out 2 years ago, but the original game is like 6+ years old. I want to say maybe a little younger, but it's several years old.
Yeah, I thought about buying the system it was on just to play that game, and then I decided, making a couple $100
it's on
investment.
Switch,
I know.
so
This is before Switch and stuff.
Yeah. Back when the Wii U was
I was
supposedly a thing.
Yeah. I was thinking, making a couple $100 investment just to play a Donkey Kong game wasn't the best choice.
But then I'm still working my way through BioShock. I knew some of the big secrets about BioShock. I knew I don't want to say anything because it broke my heart when I was spoiled about this game before I could finish it back in the day, and then of course I've been playing through it now more recently. Really, really still enjoying it. I think it's very creative. It has something to say. The voice acting is good and kind of goofy, but in a good way that it makes sense.
Even with you playing it in the same place as me, the only thing I still know about that game is city, underwater, and that you don't play as Big Daddy and Little Sister.
No, you don't play as Big Daddy.
And that's all I know.
Although I think you can play as I don't know if they're called Big Sisters or something in the second one. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, and of course the atmosphere in that game is second to none. You know, it's on the same level as the Souls games or something like that. I think that it's got some high concepts that are very interesting and kind of make you question. And the mystery is great. Even though I knew a lot about the mystery already, it still was able to capture me. So I got to where that mystery is, where I knew all this stuff that was going to happen, right? And I feel like I have still probably a full fourth of the game left to go.
Wow.
Because I was so confused because I figured the game was about to end. But I looked up a walkthrough. It's like, nope, you still got like 3 more areas. Okay.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I'm still enjoying that. It's still, hopefully by the end of, since I'm playing so many damn games, hopefully by the time the next podcast comes out after this one, I'll have beaten that. Still enjoying it. Still enjoying all these games I've been playing. And then, but as far as any new games that have started, the only thing really was Thronebreaker, the game that I bought 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. I bought it just because, I've heard great things about it. It was $10, and it gave me some stuff for Gwent, which I've been dabbling in lately. The game, I'm only 2-3 hours in, maybe at most. It's really good. The voice acting is excellent. The art style is beautiful.
I was going to say, I'm not a big Witcher fan. I probably need to give it a better chance than what I've given it.
But when I first played The Witcher 3, I know I've talked about this before, but I played it like 3 or 4 times. Legitimately, multiple times. I got 10 to 20 hours into that game, and I had to I restarted it. It was like 4 times before it finally clicked.
Yeah.
And I've heard other people say it. I'm not saying that this will happen to you, but you never know.
I get what you're saying, but I was going to say that Thronebreaker, the art style it's intriguing to me. It draws me in.
Oh, it's super pretty, super pretty. And if you don't know, the main combat is that you play with cards. So if you encounter another army or a group of enemies, some monsters or whatnot, you play out the scenarios with cards. And this isn't just including battles, but it's also puzzles. And I'm only a couple hours into the game, like I said, so I don't know if this will have anything to do with maybe conversations. I don't know. But yeah, I think I like that kind of creative. It's different, it's not just hack and slash. Nothing wrong with hack and slash. I love God of War and multiple hack and slash games. I love Dante's Inferno. So, but yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. I look forward to continuing it. Only a couple hours in, so I don't have a whole lot to speak about. But so far, if you like that kind of turn-based, card-type, RPG-ish combat, and especially if you like the Witcher universe, you're really gonna like this. I got it for $10, but I think it's definitely worth the full 20. I believe it is normally.
Yeah, I think it's in that realm. So that's a pretty good price for all that.
But that's it for really the games that I've been playing. I also finally watched the Arcane documentary by NoClip.
What'd you think?
Really good. I think they're going to come out with. I think they said they're going to come out with some more in the summer.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to really spoil anything. It's a documentary, so spoiling is kind of a weird thing to say. But I will say I had heard some rumblings that they talked about some Half-Life stuff. I'm not a Half-Life guy, but I know a lot of people are. If you're interested in Half-Life, you should definitely watch this, by the way. But they were apparently working on a Half-Life game. Arcane, that is. Makers of Prey, Dishonored. That's their big breakout games. And there was a mechanic where you could shoot a nail gun, and the nail gun would spread electricity throughout the world. So it would shoot a nail in the gun. Jordan looks like he's heartbroken over here that he didn't get to play this.
I really am. It
was like a puzzle. You would use the nail gun and electricity to solve puzzles. So you would shoot a nail into a console or something.
That's awesome.
To activate electricity, and then shoot another one, and it would shoot a spark to the second nail, and and apparently there was a gravity gun. No, I'm not sorry, a magnet gun. Whoa. Where you could magnetize and I think even demagnetize some things.
I'm just thinking about how the guns interact in Half-Life, and just how cool it would be to use those type of guns in that universe. Damn.
Yeah, and apparently there was only 2 characters in the entire game, you and then another guy. So I would. I'd look that up. I think it's a great documentary. Obviously, they also talk about their beginnings. Apparently, they had a game in development with Steven Spielberg that was interesting, and then of course they talk about Dishonored and Prey. If you're interested in Arcane or Half-Life, or there's some other. They talk about some multiplayer games that they had in development. Go check that out. No Clip does great work.
That's about it for what we've been playing, though. Let's get into some new games, and this is quite a list for y'all. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer is available now for PS4 and Switch.
I remember this game got delayed, I think, the day before it came out last month. Apparently, it's about to come out again, so we'll see if it gets delayed. Did you? I think this is a remake on the N64 game.
I played the original a lot.
You did?
Mm-hmm. I liked it. It was, Star Wars and a racing game. I was really into racing games back in the day.
I feel like I remember renting it from a Blockbuster.
Yeah. Man, I miss Blockbuster. There's a charm to it.
You think you miss
it. I think I do. I
remember sitting in a Blockbuster. Every time we went, I would just sit there and stare at games trying to figure out which. My mom would get so... God bless her. She would get so mad. I can't really blame her. She wouldn't really get mad. She'd just get kind of annoyed because it took so long to decide what games and stuff to pick out.
Yeah, it's not like today. You can't just
so damn expensive. Yeah, you can't. It's like, it's $40 we're getting it.
Yeah,
but
I get that.
I want Superman 64.
The only thing I didn't like about going to Blockbuster was I'd always have to explain what the game was to my family.
Oh boy!
And
why didn't you just explain it to the employee?
Well, no. They were fine with me getting the game, but like on the ride home, well, what's this game about?
Weeb shit.
Yeah. Well, you play as a guy with spiky hair, and he has big shoes, and Mickey's in it, so it's wholesome.
You rented Kingdom Hearts, you didn't buy it? How dare you?
I played it for an hour, requested that I...
And your brother bought you Sly Cooper instead. That's why you don't like Sly Cooper.
That's why I don't like Sly Cooper.
The weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah, he got me Sly Cooper instead of Kingdom Hearts. We went back to the store, got Kingdom Hearts 1. I played it for an hour, then demanded to go to the store to buy it because I loved it so much. And then I just guess we returned the Blockbuster copy back later.
All right.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Tangents. Next up, we got Pokemon. You never talked about you played the Pokemon DLC?
I did. I am playing the Pokemon DLC. I took a little bit off of it. I'm going to probably start playing it again tomorrow. I got the new... Whatever he is, Bayer? I think that's what he is.
Teddy Ursa? Pancham?
No, Kuebe? Kubo? I don't know his name.
Kubo and the strings?
It's something. It's a cute bear, and I think I have to take him to one of the two towers, and he turns into a bigger bear with water or another type.
Dark. He either evolves into water... he either becomes fighting water or fighting dark.
That's right, yeah. And, like with anything, there's mixed opinions on this Pokemon DLC. I think it's beautiful. I think it's awesome. I'm enjoying it. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, not everything's in this one. I wanted all this stuff. Well, stop being babies.
There was some recent leaks that showed, I want to say 100 more Pokemon that are coming sometime to the game.
Sweet. I will say, I like it. Obviously... It's pretty easy to please me. There's Scyther in the wild now.
Yo, got Scyther?
Your Pokemon can follow you around on the
Apparently, they can only follow you around on the Isles.
Yes.
And they can't in the main game?
Correct.
Which is really weird.
Hopefully, they'll take that technology and put it where you could, do it other places. I will say there are some glitches here and there. Like some of the faster Pokemon will walk as slow as... a slow Pokemon, and sometimes they won't catch up to you and they'll just glitch away and then teleport directly behind you. So, there are some
talking specifically about Dracofish.
Yes. It's creepy as hell. It's very creepy. I haven't really seen any problems. The raids seem to be harder on the island.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Because I keep trying to catch the Zororo and you
talk the electric...
Yeah, electric cat.
Okay.
And it keeps one-shotting my Pokemon. It's kind of annoying. But
maybe you need some help. Well, I can't help you. I don't have the game.
yeah, I've never
Can you wait like 6 months until I get the game?
I mean, I've gone back 3 days in a row, and the motherfucker's still there. So I guess he's not going anywhere.
They said, sure. I think it was a million people had to do something, and he would become available. I don't think they mentioned him going away. I don't know, though.
I think I did miss the shiny version of him, though.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, that's okay, though. I'm not a shiny hunter or anything yet. Maybe if I decide to just throw away a whole bunch of other video games and just dedicate a lot of my time into...
It's way easier now than it's ever been.
It really is. Just, catching all the Pokemon. I'm just lazy.
Yeah, I hear you. Are those legendaries in the game? Do we ever figure that out?
I haven't looked it up because I kind of like exploring blindly in this DLC.
This is which one is it? Isle of Armor?
Isle of Armor,
I think the Reggies
Reggies are in this one.
No, I think the Reggies are in the other one because the other one has like those ancient ruins.
Okay, yeah. So does that mean the birds are in in this one?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But
that's the reason I want to play the game is because all those legendaries look super cool.
I would say it's fun going on the Isle. It feels more open worldy, and that's kind of weird to say because it is still just. It's more of an open.
It's more of a wild area, right?
Yeah, and I really like that. It's just big, and you can explore.
I can't decide if I would like that or more or less.
It's a refreshing. Coming right off the end of the game, I like the fact that you can kind of explore openly and just enjoy it. I really like the water exploration you can do now because there's little islands out throughout the ocean. I guess that's what it's called.
I saw a video of Werelord do big as hell.
Oh yeah, it's really cool to see something. And like Sharkpedos will chase you in the water, and there's different trees you can do stuff with honey again to attract.
Like Combi or something?
Yeah, Combi and stuff, and it's really cool. And I also like seeing the Pokemon in the wild area, so that's always nice. But, if you want to take some time off of the wild area, kind of relax a bit, and...
Be disappointed because you're not playing Pokemon Puzzle League. That's what I thought this was. Right.
It is not. It is a Pokemon cafe simulator mixing Bejeweled game.
Yeah, it's some kind of a puzzle game.
Yeah, and you do better, you make better food, and then you can upgrade your cafe. And this is also a mobile game, so don't let it being on the Switch fool you. It is definitely a mobile game they just put on the Switch.
Yeah. Also, it's on iOS now and Switch now, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And it's coming to Android later. It says you can pre-register, but there's no download link or anything, no date.
So I stared at it for.
It's cute.
Yeah. Excuse me. I stared at it for a little bit earlier today, but it doesn't seem like anything I don't even want to really install it to try it out.
No, I probably won't even install it.
It looks cute, but
maybe if this was on Android, I would download it on my phone. But if I'm busting out my Switch, I'm not playing this.
That was my thing.
It's like that Puzzle Quest game that came out. I downloaded that on my Switch and then I never played it.
I tried it and then I was like, remove. I was like, I can't do it. I like to try almost everything Pokemon does.
I thought you were going to say everything on the Switch.
No. I'm trying to get away from my bad Switch having bias because that's just throwing away money, which is true. So this next one, maybe you'll throw money away at it. I haven't looked into it. Hopefully they fix some problems. But Generation Zero is getting Phoenix Rising.
That's Phoenix. They misspelled Phoenix.
They didn't do a lot right. They obviously don't know how to spell.
Has awful reviews. Is this a DLC?
It's the DLC expansion thing.
Okay, that's weird.
I would hope.
This game was panned universally.
Yeah. And
I don't think it sold well either.
No, kind of makes me wonder why they're putting this out.
I'm sure they already had it planned.
Probably.
You don't just pull these things out of your butt. You have them planned out for a while. Maybe this will actually be good.
Maybe.
It's so weird because I know this developer had some pedigree, and then they just shat this out, so it's super weird.
Yeah, now they have, what's it called? The Second Extinction coming out.
Is that them?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, same. It's the same dinosaur. Yeah.
That looks like Turok
Yeah.
And Turok.
I think that they're going to try to get some nostalgic with the Turok boys and
girls.
They
just gave Turok away for free on Twitch, though, so...
Yeah, I can just play that.
I just play that. Hunting Simulator 2. Oh, man, I haven't played a good hunting game in ever.
Yeah.
Comes out on June the 30th for PS4, Xbox One. Every time I see NS, you've written NS for Switch. I think of NES, but
I don't know
for
why,
Switch.
but I feel really accomplished that I figured that out today instead of just writing Switch. I like the fact that it's just quicker typing 2 letters than it is typing Switch out all the way.
I mean, it is.
Dungeon of the Endless is also available now for Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PC.
Oh, I skipped that one. I guess that means I get this one. The Wonderful 101 Remastered. Is this game not already come out?
Not for Nintendo Switch and PS4.
Okay. On June the 30th for NS, Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation 4. Sorry, I just hit the table. Is this so? It's already out on PC?
It's already out on PC,
Okay.
and that's it.
Have fun with the next one.
Yeah.
not
Azure
that bad.
Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack is available
What the
June
hell is
30th.
this?
It is a repackage of a game that was on the 3DS, if I remember right. It's a...
Why is it called? Okay, it sounds like it's a weird DLC skin pack thing.
No, it's this Mega Man-esque kind of game. You get different guns instead of different suits. And
I mean, I've heard of Azure Striker Gunvolt. The Striker pack. That's what's throwing me off.
They just bundled them. I think they've just bundled both of them together and put it on PS4.
Okay.
June 30th.
All right. Well, next up, Blair Witch is coming out on the Switch for on June 25th. So go check that out if you didn't play it already.
Anno History Collection is available June 25th on PC.
Next up, we have a version. Oh my gosh! I did it again.
That's not what it's called.
Observation. That's how it's written.
That's
how it's written.
That's how I typed it.
Observation. Coming out on June the 25th for Xbox One.
Ninjala is available June 24th for Switch. Something about ninja. It looks like Splatoon,
It looks like
but with,
Splatoon, Fortnite thing.
yeah, with ninjas.
It doesn't look terrible. I think it's free to play as well.
Maybe I'll try it
Go
out.
check that out. Okay, so what the hell? Is this supposed to be Borderlands 3? Mm-hmm. That was BD3. Sounds like a Star Wars character. Borderlands 3 Bounty of Blood DLC is available on June the 25th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Control Foundation DLC is available June 25th for Xbox One.
You gonna check out the Control DLC?
No. I mean, I already have it on Epic. I'm not gonna buy an Xbox just to
Well, I mean,
try
you can
out.
get it on Epic.
I mean, yeah, I could. I'm just not.
You just say no, man.
Sorry, no.
Go back and play that game without my mouse plugged in. I wonder how. I'm interested to see how it would work. Now that I remember, because I figured out
That's
that
right.
I think my mouse might have been causing me some problems. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll let you know if I do that.
Okay.
Poopty, the most important game on this list, is of course PewDiePie's game Poopty is coming to Nintendo Switch on June 25th, baby.
If I would have known that's what that was, I wouldn't have typed it in.
I would have typed it in.
I would have cut out you
PewDiePie
saying
is the god of the new world.
It's debatable.
It's not light, because he's dead.
That's his fault. He's not a good person.
Okay, I'm looking up Poopty right now.
Why? We gotta
Curious.
Get into the news.
Fine. We'll get into the news.
PAX Online is going to be taking place September 12th through September 20th.
Okay, I wanted to... This is just... This, like, first, 4 or 5 things I'm going to be honest, I don't really care at all about. But we're just going to run through them anyway, because they're not unimportant, for sure. They are important. So, yeah, like Jordan said, PAX West, yeah, has finally been canceled. Holy shit. They took long enough to cancel. But it's going to be held online now from September the 12th through the 20th. This affects me 0, but I'm sure it affects some people. No, it doesn't. Who is still planning on going to PAX? Nobody.
Stupid people.
Nobody was still planning on going to PAX. You can check it out online, whatever the hell they're doing over there. TwitchCon, of course, is also finally canceled. This Corona shit has got everybody down. I don't think anybody thought that they were going to hold this. This is super unsurprising.
Excuse me. Order 1886 dev got bought by Facebook.
Yeah, that's... I was going to say interesting, but it kind of sucks because Facebook kind of seems like a company that's just buying a bunch of games and game related stuff just to pump up their
Facebook gaming.
no, not that. What the hell was that? But to
know.
pump up their market because gaming is so popular and it's like the biggest industry in the world or something, entertainment wise at least. And I don't know how serious they actually are. So I don't know, because there have been some rumors about the Order 1887. And although people didn't love the Order 1886, of course it was a super pretty game and it definitely had potential. And I don't really trust Facebook any more than Google, if not less, because at least Google makes good products. Got them?
Yeah, it's Facebook just be putting their fingers in all the cookie
That's the
jars.
reason I'm not going to go watch Facebook gaming,
Yeah, me neither.
because I have to use Facebook. Jordan, you ready for the biggest news of the day, buddy? Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. We almost talked about this last week, but the only thing that we got was a JPEG. And we got some more news now.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory is going to be a rhythm game. It's going to come out later this year. It's going to be on Switch, PS4, Xbox One. And yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Is it pretty sweet?
I mean, it's...
Because you have to play this game and complete it. Complete it 100%. Otherwise,
I'm not going to know the story.
You're not going to understand Kingdom Hearts.
No.
I mean, you won't anyway, but you won't understand anything about it. It's going to show that Xehanort was actually Riku all along.
Exactly, and it's going to, if you play all the songs backwards and listen to them blindfolded, it'll tell you the theme song to Kingdom Hearts 4.
But I will say that I'm a sucker for Kingdom Hearts. I'm a sucker for Kingdom Hearts. I could end the sentence right there. However many stupid, bad, dookie games they release.
But the mobile game hasn't got you yet, and I'm proud of you.
The mobile game for like the Nokia or something.
No, the mobile...
That's right. They released a new
Kingdom
mobile
Hearts,
because they released a
UX,
mobile game for Kingdom Hearts like
Recoded.
a decade ago.
Yeah, Recoded. It's on DS now. That was the mobile game.
I think there was another one. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm never gonna play it. But yeah, they also released another mobile game last year, right, or the year before or something.
It's probably been out 3 years or something now.
Good Lord.
A long time. But yeah, they...
What I was gonna say was I'm a sucker for Kingdom Hearts music.
It is nice.
If I can get a decent rhythm game that lets me play simple and clean while Sora and Donald and Goofy are like dabbing in the back or something.
It looks like you're going to be skating across the music. Think Guitar Hero, but the characters move along the notes and what you're playing. So, you got to just hit the buttons.
This is on Games Radar, by the way, website. And yeah, it's like, it almost looks like the track from Guitar Hero going. This looks really weird.
It's the track. Imagine the track for Guitar Hero, but
I actually don't imagine the track from Guitar Hero because that looks way better.
Okay, true. Imagine Sonic Heroes if Sonic Heroes had rhythm in it. Because Sonic Heroes, you ride on the little rails, and in this game, you ride on the little rails, and you hit the buttons to the notes of the music.
It doesn't look like you're riding. It looks like you're floating on top of them.
Yeah, you're flying, but you move based on... I was watching the trailer, and
I've played a rhythm game before. I understand you move based on the rhythm.
Like where
stuff.
It is. I'll
but
probably
it looks like they took a JPEG of one of the Kingdom Hearts games, stuck it up there, and then took a smaller JPEG with a stripped down Guitar Hero lane and put Sora, Donald, and Goofy on top of it.
If I remember right from the trailer, these are movies. These are like cutscenes. You're playing through cutscenes.
Okay, interesting. So, I'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. I guess I will probably be closed.
I hope it's free.
I hope it's. I don't hope it's free because if it's free, it's probably going to be really bad.
Yeah, maybe. I just keep thinking about the mobile game that isn't for me personally, but I know a lot of people like it, and it's free.
Who likes that game?
There's a small, large, tiny community that is dedicated to it because they've spent thousands of dollars on it, and they can't play anything else.
I don't think that game is free to play. I don't think it's pay to win or anything.
All mobile games are pay to win. All of them. Even Bejeweled. Candy Crush.
Oh, man. I don't want to go down a Bejeweled rabbit hole. I love me some...
It is nice.
Some Bejeweled. When's the last time that they released a AAA rhythm game? I know what you're thinking. Donkey Kong Jungle Beats.
That's
2.
a good one. I begged my parents to get me a GameCube to play that game. They never did.
Not for Pikmin or
No.
Luigi's Mansion.
Nope,
or
I just wanted to bang on
Pokemon
some
or
bongos.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Nope,
Paper Mario.
I lived a simple life as a child. I just wanted to bang on some bongos.
That racing game where you go fast with Captain Falcon.
Nope.
Not for any of those. Not for Resident Evil 4. Not for Beautiful Joe.
Nope, bongos. Just some
You're a good person.
bongos.
And now you're gonna be playing this game when it comes out.
Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, what's the next crap?
We're talking about
Dude, apparently that SpongeBob game is garbage.
Yes, it is.
There's an ad for it on this website, and apparently that game. I think when I was looking on IGN earlier, they gave it a 2. A 2.
That's bad.
That's so bad.
That's real bad.
I don't think I've ever heard of a game getting a 2 from a sane person. It shows you like, Sora doesn't have a big enough dick. 2 inches, 1 inch for each inch.
Oh.
Good Lord, man, he's 15.
Oh man. Okay.
What the hell were you talking about?
I'm thinking about if I'd ever play another Batman game.
Oh yeah, I would. Oh man,
If it's good, I'd play it.
when you've played Batman games before, why
I know.
you? Would I ever play a Batman game? I mean,
Have I?
2 of the greatest games ever made were Batman games, but
I have played all 3 of them, and the bad ones.
did you play Origins? The bad ones. Which ones are the bad ones?
There's a.
I mean, there's bad Batman games, I'm sure,
yes.
but not.
I
None,
can't.
none
No,
of the,
not in the. Not in the.
None of the
three
Arkham
current-
games are
no.
bad. Even the bad Arkham games are better than almost any other game.
Yeah. Oh man, those are good games. So, I want to know what this. I'm not 100% caught up on Batman-verse, but I want to know what these Gotham Knights are.
Okay, so there's this guy, right? Named Bruce Wayne.
Uh-huh.
He was a kid, right? He was walking out from the theater. He went to see Zorro. Dope movie, right? Wrong, because the guy's parents dead. He had a mental breakdown, right? He went almost completely just batshit. He went literally batshit insane. So now this dude runs around rooftops, dressed as a bat, and beats the shit out of people. He's a complete lunatic, and he's one step removed from going to Arkham himself, and it's amazing.
This is the best furry story I've ever heard.
How dare you? Good sir.
I felt the universe start choking me as I was calling Batman
That
a
is
furry.
his persona.
Oh my god.
Don't look up persona. You'll go to hell.
Yeah, you will. Oh man.
Anyway, according to this Video Game Chronicles story, there's been a web domain titled Suicide Squad. No, holy shit, I almost did it again.
Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.com.
Which was registered this week. Yeah, that's...
And now when you click on it, it doesn't actually take you to a
Does it give you
website.
to one of those websites that you're like, is this a porn website?
Yeah, maybe.
Or it's one of those... No? Yes? Maybe?
Maybe, who knows? It just sent me to this whois.com, gave me the background for all this Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. If this is in the
I
same
don't think
realm,
the Suicide Squad could kill the Justice League, though, because
they have
they're,
Superman.
like, really strong. They've got, like...
Gods.
They've got literal, like, gods.
Yeah.
And the Suicide Squad, they're just kind of quirky.
Yeah. But they got Boomerang Man, man.
They do have Boomerang Man.
I think Harley Quinn could tango with Batman, probably. But other than that...
Not really. I think if he actually fought, he'd just punch her in the face.
Well, yes.
She's just, like, a good acrobat who can kind of fight.
Yeah,
He's literally fought Superman multiple times.
that's true.
I think that Superman could probably rip them all in half, and there'll be, like, one dude that has magic that can somehow defend him off, and he's like, why am I the only guy here with powers? The dude literally just has a bat. Why? Why am I...
Yeah. I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm going home.
At least he's not Slipknot. That poor bastard got his head blown up. That's the best part of that movie. I mean, that's not a high bar to meet. That is almost the lowest bar imaginable.
Really, you didn't like Will Smith looking dead at the camera and you go and...
That might be the worst movie I've ever seen.
What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad? Oh, Will. How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, man, dude, he used to be a good actor.
Yeah.
Did he though?
Maybe.
Or did he?
He was solid in Fresh Prince.
He was in Wild Wild West.
Whoa.
That dude got his lower half cut off and replaced with some spider limbs.
Yeah.
He was badass.
He was.
Maybe Tommy Lee Jones was actually the good actor the whole time.
Is Will Smith becoming the Adam Sandler of this generation?
Well, here's the thing, Jordan. Adam Sandler just released one of the best movies of the year.
That's what I mean. Will Smith's on his downward spiral of doing bad movies.
But Adam Sandler also clearly did not give a shit for just a full decade.
Most of his career.
And I don't know. See, I don't know if it's most of his career. Half, maybe.
Okay.
At most.
I'll give you half.
But I don't know. I don't know if Will Smith. Anyway, that's obviously not what we're here to talk about.
What
are we here to talk? Oh, Batman.
Batman games. What do you think we're gonna see out of this game?
I don't know.
Because all it says,
I don't want a Suicide Squad game. That's what I would tell you.
All I want to know is, can I play as the Justice League fucking up the Suicide Squad?
Here's what I want to know, right? When they had this meeting, did they just have the hot top, the vice president of Hot Topic is like, we need more Harley Quinn merch. What do you got for me?
Today we have a...
What's that voice?
I don't know.
Like a
I don't
weasel.
know. I don't
like
know.
Like a literal...
That's how I
he sounds
assume
like
they speak.
Literally like the guy who killed Harry Potter's parents. Not the guy who let Voldemort kill Harry Potter's parents.
So the only thing we really know about this is they shared some tweets and then they were later deleted. But the tweets were relating to... I don't know how
they were shared by Scott Snyder.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about Scott Snyder, he is very, very high in the DC command. He's one of the best writers. Unlike Zack Snyder, who is a cancer upon comic books, Scott Snyder is one of the greatest comic book people of the last 20 years.
If his name is on a book, I will more than likely pick it up and read it. Anyway, the tweets were leading towards the Court of Owls storyline, which is, in my opinion, one of the top 5 Batman storylines.
And that also lines up with some of the leaks. Not really leaks. Some of the speculation about some of the literal tweets that, not Rocksteady, but Montreal was putting out last year, I believe.
Yeah, we covered that some here and there. I'd be fine with another Batman game. I love the 3 that they came out with before.
I love the first 2, and the third one is...
You talking about Origins?
No, they didn't make Origins.
That's
WB
right.
Montreal. Right. Who are the people that tweeted about all this? I liked Origins. I think Origins has a bad rep. I think Arkham Knight is definitely
that's the one I was thinking about.
The 3 core games because you spend way too much time in the damn Batmobile.
Yeah, that's why I haven't gone back to that game. Also, at the time of me originally playing that game, I didn't have an Xbox controller, and trying to control the fucking Batmobile with a keyboard, terrible.
Dude, they just straight up lied. They're a new character in the Batman.
No.
You're trying to tell me that that's not Red Hood?
Yeah.
What?
As soon as they said Arkham Knight, I was like, oh, it's Jason Todd, and he's pissed again. That's the storyline.
Why didn't they just make a new character?
I don't know. They wanted Red Hood to have another outfit. I don't know. Outfit? He was big in the new 52. It was a good storyline, and I guess they were just kind of running with that slightly hype. I don't know.
That's honestly, though, that's the whole story, really. There's just been some rumors that there's going to be a new Batman game. But there's been, or it's I guess, a Suicide Squad game. I don't want there to be a Suicide Squad game. I sure as shit don't want to play as a Suicide Squad.
No. I'd be fine with this. This is completely out of their wheelhouse, but sure, just let them make Injustice 3.
There's also something called Gotham Knights, which is also interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
What did you say? Do what 3?
I said just let Montreal, Canada do a Injustice 3.
That's not the same team at all.
I know.
It's NetherRealm.
Yep. I'm 100% aware of that. Just give me
From the
Injustice 3.
producers of Arkham Origins. We have no experience in fighting games comes
Injustice 3.
Ed Boon doesn't approve.
Yeah. Man, this next news. Are we ever going to see this game?
What? Oh, I have to... Oh yeah. So Cyberpunk got delayed again.
From-
CD Projekt Red released a statement. If you want to read it, or you want me to read it.
I can read it. So they released a statement. We've decided to move the launch of Cyberpunk 2077 from September 17th to November 19th.
No. I'll let you.
Yeah, man. Those of you who are familiar with the way we make games know we won't ship something which is not ready. Quote, ready when it's done, end quote. It's not just a phrase we say because it sounds right. It's something we live by. Even when we know it'll take the heat for it, at the same time, we are fully aware that making such a decision costs us your trust, and trading trust for additional time is one of the hardest decisions a game developer can make. And despite we think it's the right decision for the game, we'd like to apologize for making you wait longer. Our intention is to make Cyberpunk 2077 something that will stay with you for years to come. In the end, we hope you will understand why we did what we did. At the time we're writing these words, Cyberpunk 2077 is finished, both content and gameplay-wise. The quest, the cutscenes, the skills, the items, all the adventures Night City has to offer, it's all there. But with an abundance of content and complex systems interweaving with each other, we need to properly go through everything, balance game mechanics, and fix a lot of bugs. A huge world means a huge number of things to iron out, and we will spend the additional time doing exactly that. This week's journalists from all over the world are starting to independently play the game. We are eager and quite stressed to hear their opinions, as well as see your reactions when they publish their previews right after we air Night City Wire on the 25th of June.
That's just in a couple days.
Yeah, just right around the corner.
See, I wasn't even didn't even know if I wanted to watch that now, but now that the release has been pushed back by 2 months, I'm like, I gotta get some of that content.
Yeah. They finish it up by saying, we hope this will satisfy some of your hunger for the game as we work to polish it for the November launch. Thank you.
Yeah, Marcin. Why did you say thank you but not?
I really didn't know how to say his last name.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't blame you. You want me to try it?
Yeah, try it.
Take a swing at this. Marcin, that's the easy one. Is that an F? Owinski? And Adam Badowski. It almost says Adam Badowski.
Now, something that, obviously it's implied that it's still going to come out in 2020, but there was this big, huge thing on Twitter.
It literally says it's going out in 2020.
Well, yeah, but there's this big, huge thing on Twitter I saw when they posted this, and they went, guys, they didn't say November 19th, 2020. And people were like, oh my God. Obviously, people, the ignorance.
I see what you're saying.
They ran with it. Because in everything else, they were saying, September 2020, this 2020.
I wouldn't know.
And everyone, the stupid people ran with it and went, oh, it's not coming out in 2020. Oh, no.
That would be such a weird and random date.
Yeah, it would be.
To push it a year. Oh, no, guys. We're talking about
2023 or whatever. No, this is the third time it's got pushed back?
I think so.
So, it's big of them to be able to tell us this. I like the fact that they straight up said it's finished, both gameplay, and content-wise.
I mean, obviously, there's that. I think it's a Miyamoto quote. I don't want to, about how a finished game isn't basically how you want a game to be polished. It's not quite as true as it used to be, but I don't want, and I'm glad the CD Projekt Red seemingly feels the same way. I don't want this game to come out buggy or incomplete and them release a patch, like a 50 gigabyte day one patch or something like that. I don't think anyone wants that.
That's the stupidest thing ever, when you're waiting for a game and you're like, all right, I pre-ordered it, pre-downloaded everything. The same thing with freaking Red Dead. Downloaded the whole thing, sweet, ready to hit play, and it's like, update patch. It's like, why is there a day one patch for a game that was 100 gigs?
I don't think, was there an update? I think you had to download.
Maybe I'm combining two different games.
I think that has something to do with the fact that Red Dead was 2 discs.
That might be it.
Red Dead was like 150 gigabytes, not 100.
That might be it. It was a while since I played Red Dead.
Although Red Dead definitely had patches, for sure. But I think that the reason they're doing this is because they want their game I don't know if you played a Fallout game or a Skyrim, perhaps, but while I love Skyrim, I love Fallout 4, I love Fallout 3. Fallout 4 is also good. Their games are very... The Bethesda charm, they're just glitches, right? And when they released The Witcher 3, compared to the Bethesda games, open world games, that game has no glitches compared to those.
Yeah.
And it's super, super polished, and yet you can do, comparably the same thing, if not more, than you can do in those Bethesda open world RPGs. And they're clearly wanting to do something similar with Cyberpunk, and that game's going to be bigger than The Witcher.
Yeah, I definitely respect CD Projekt Red as a company. Granted, I haven't dabbled in a lot of their games at all.
I weird. I don't think you play any of their games.
I just respect how they run themselves as a company, and I like their logo. I'm a simple.
They do have a cool like Robin thing.
Yeah.
Cardinal. I think it's a cardinal.
Yeah. I respect them for coming out straight up and telling us what's going on.
Did you see the somebody? I don't know. It might have been CD Projekt Red released a in the what's it called, the
replies.
No. The character create screen. They made Siri and Geralt in the creator, and they look like probably 80 to 90% exactly like Geralt, or even more maybe.
I haven't seen that. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Looks really cool.
That sounds cool. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't lost faith. I'm still happy the fact that I pre-ordered it as soon as I could. I think I'll become at least disappointed if it gets pushed back again.
I mean, I'm certainly disappointed, but I'm not mad.
No, I'm not mad at all.
And there's a difference there.
Yes.
I'm disappointed because the game got pushed too much. It's my most anticipated game in probably years. But I'm not mad because that game is certainly going to improve because of it, They're doing this. They're not doing this for fun. They're doing this because that's what they think is right for the game. Which
I'm fine with. And also, it's almost nice because there's a slight, at least for me, there's a slight sense of relief.
Yeah, there is.
There's a slight sense of relief with all these other games that I want to explore.
Yep, I also thought about that.
The new Pokemon DLC, jumping back in and killing some people in Yakuza, all the other games that I'm surely forgetting right now.
I'm probably going to go back, and I was planning on this already, but this gives me a little more time to breathe and play the Witcher 3 DLC, Blood and Wine, and Hearts of Stone.
Okay, I've been thinking about going back and playing the Frozen Wilds for The Last of Us, and I'm probably going to pick up
the Frozen Wilds for The Last of Us?
Oh my gosh. The Frozen Wilds for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Speaking of The Last of Us, did you play, was it Left Behind?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You did?
I liked it. Okay. It's good. It's good DLC. And I'm probably going to pick up some of the, we'll talk about this later, but the Crash Insane Trilogy. I think I'm going to play that.
Cool. Yeah, there's a lot of games, and this gives us a little more time to breathe. A couple more months.
Which is always nice, but I can't even imagine how big this game's going to be.
No, I'm sure it's going to be massive. Moving on from CD Projekt Red to EA, probably the biggest show of the week, EA through EA Play, had several announcements. First off, EA, I said EA 15 times in that sentence, revealed more about its plans to bring its library to Steam. So far, The Sims 4, Dead Space 3, Titanfall 2, and more are available on the online store, with more to come this fall, along with EA's Access program.
I was watching the developer overview, after view, behind the scenes, whatever it's called, wherever it was uploaded. And
YouTube?
Yes. I mean, it was on YouTube. I couldn't remember the channel. But
EA?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't look at channels. I just hit play. So, they were talking about how, I thought Origin was going to go away. That I could uninstall it.
It's going to go away from me. It's gone. As soon as this comes out. What do you mean, though?
They mentioned that you could add pretty much you can still have Origin, but you could also, it's not going away. Origin's still
I knew that.
And I was hoping
assumed it.
And I was hoping it was going to go away.
But why? I don't care if it goes away. It's gonna go away from me.
Yeah,
But some
Steam
people
is much nicer.
out there might have a tumor or something and like
Yeah.
Origin.
Yeah.
But as soon as this comes out, as soon as they start releasing more and more games, specifically Apex on Steam,
Gone.
Origin is gone.
Gone.
I'm assuming you can connect Origin. That way you can get your skins and stuff on Steam.
Yeah,
That'll
it
be
shouldn't be that hard.
insane.
I think you'll probably just download it to Steam and then log in using your Origin account.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably that easy. But Apex had the biggest day of all. Crossplay this fall, Switch and Steam this fall. We talked about Steam just a few seconds ago. And the new Lost Treasure event is coming out when you were listening to this.
Also, I was going to talk about the EA Act. I think it's interesting that you're going to be able to get EA access through Steam.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if there's any other thing, because I don't think you can't use UE.
You can't get
You can't
Uplay
use Ubisoft's or
Battle.net's, or Battle.net doesn't have one.
Ubisoft and EA are really the only big ones I think that have a program like that. I think on PC.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Game Pass.
Yeah, Steam doesn't have one, but they don't have to. It's Steam. So, yeah, I did think that was interesting. EA Access is pretty good if you're a big EA person.
So I think it's especially if you play Apex, because if you're huge in Apex, because it gets you the Battle Pass, right?
Yeah, it gets you. I'm pretty sure it gets you the Battle Pass, and it gives you some coins every month or whatever, so you can just bank up those coins to always have the coins to get Legends. Or during this particular Loba event, you can use those Apex coins to get the treasure packs. If you're behind playing, you could just
What do those get you?
little story bites, and they get you some cosmetics. That's it.
Okay, so cosmetics.
Yeah, cosmetics and pieces of the story, but really cosmetics. And if you finish it, you get something at the end. I think it's I don't know what skin it is. It looks like a flatline skin and maybe a charm or something. So I did finish the most recent story, and the new one comes out. I don't know. I guess when you're listening to this, I need to play it. The story is still taking twists and turns, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen. But now that I got the most recent piece of it, I kind of think I know where it's going, and I hope it doesn't end the way I think it's going to end. But all in all, it's still fun. Apex is cool.
Yeah, I like Apex a lot. The story is the last thing on my mind. It's just kind of a really cool side thing. It's fun to see where these characters are going, where they came from, their motivations. But that's not the main.
No.
That's kind of dessert.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It is nice to see where these characters are going. And the new Lost Treasure event is going to be... I'm probably going to exclusively play that during the event, just to really get in there and enjoy it. Mobile respawn beacons. There's a bunch of cool stuff they're implementing in that.
And then, is this the...
It's like a crypto event.
Okay, but oh man, some of those new skins, by the way, look super cool.
They do. It's a event where... What place on the...
Is this the event that you can only use shotguns and snipers, or is that...
It's not... It's not. I think it's shotguns and snipers only, and everybody starts with an Evo shield. So, and then there's no respawn beacons on the map. There's mobile respawn beacons, and they're changing a bunch of stuff to a bunch of legends. Like Lifeline no longer has fast heal.
I saw that she's been changed up a little bit. I'll be interested to see how that all works. I'd love Mirage's, what is it called?
What's it called? Dang it, Heirloom.
Heirloom. It's literally like a trophy, a gold trophy of him.
Yeah.
That I think talks. So I guess you just bludgeon people with it.
It's it has a ripcord on the bottom where
like Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah.
And it like spins around, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah, and
it's the best heirloom.
It is. I was watching the developer like behind the scenes thing, and they were talking about how when they started introducing heirlooms, one of the big things for the animators and the writers, because they have a whole team that just does the heirlooms because it's so different than anything else in the game. And they were saying, as soon as they were talking about Mirage and stuff, they're like, we have to have Mirage's heirloom be this statue or this trophy or whatever you want to call it. And how they started working on it was really fun for them to implement it.
I also really like Octanes. It's really cool.
They are sweet. This new place on the map, though, you can go in there, is anybody, it's crypto's big thing, and there's this holograph map of Kings Canyon, and you can use it, and it'll ping all the characters on the map, so you can see everybody. But when you do it, the people can know you're there because
so you're pinged as well, or
they'll just see that they're pinged. Like it'll I don't know if it'll make a noise or if how it'll do it, but they'll know that someone was there and someone activated it, and you can pull up your map and it'll show you where the characters are on the map, and then in that room there's TVs and stuff around, so you can watch everything to kind of see, okay, what direction your team's coming in, and it also shows you where the next ring is going to be.
Okay, that's cool. I'm sure that place will be super populated.
Yeah, especially since it's only going to be in that sniper and shotgun mode, is going to be pretty awesome.
That kind of mobile respawn beacon looks kind of cool.
And they did confirm that you can kill people with it.
You can like drop it on top of somebody?
Yeah, because you throw it down, and when it comes down like a lifeline thing, and it like drops and explodes. And
I don't think you're going to get very many kills with that.
No. But it would be funny.
The big thing for me is crossplay, though.
That is sweet. I am super hyped for that. It's nice to be able to have a game where it's, one, it's free, two, it's fun, and there's no really entry point for, when you try to convince some other people to play, well, you could play this free MMO with me and this blah, 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 and have this Wikipedia page, and blah, 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 blah. And then people are like, I don't want to do that.
I just want to shoot shit.
I just want to shoot shit and chill. That's what, so fun about Destiny or Borderlands or any game like that where you can just
It's like you can, a game, I appreciate games that you can just play around and screw around with your friends, and you can also at the same time get into it deep and become serious with it as well.
Yeah, Apex is definitely the best of both those coins, where you can just either be, all right, you're going to practice, you can practice your Gibby, I'll practice this, let's try these different loadouts, yada yada, let's do some ranked, let's try the new mode, this and that. And that's the cool thing about crossplay. Now we can just do that wherever. And I'm probably, if you can marry the Origin with the Switch account, I might even put it on my Switch. But then I remember how trash Nintendo Online is. So maybe...
Yeah, that, and I mean, you'd have to play with the controller.
Ooh, yeah, never scratch that idea.
I'm super excited to play with some other people. Specifically, me and one of my brothers have been looking for a game to play for a while. We've been wanting to play Apex, but he has an Xbox, so we have no way to play together. We've been hoping, pretty much since Apex came out, that this would get crossplay. It's fine, and of course it's been rumored, and they've been talking about it on and off for a year or more. It's nice to finally see that confirmed with not a release date, but a release window.
Yeah, the cool thing is the devs are talking about in that behind the scenes, I'm just going to keep calling it that, they were talking about how this was really, really fun to test internally to make sure, because all of them play on different things as well. They don't all play on PC. One, like the three...
What?
It was crazy. The three main guys, one plays on PC, one plays on Xbox, and one plays on PS4. And
I'm sure they do.
That's what they were saying. Yeah. But they look like they fall into those particular categories. So yeah, they were saying, it was really cool to be able to test this out, and it was the hardest thing. It's fine. It's easy keeping lore stuff and what's coming season to season, they said, but it was really hard for them not to tell people, like, hey, crossplay's coming. So they're glad they finally got it out in the open now, and they can just openly talk about it so they don't accidentally spoil anything.
Super excited about Apex Legends. It's definitely my battle royale of choice.
Definitely.
There were some other announcements at the EA Play event, though. First up, It Takes Two. So this is going to be from the people who made A Way Out and Brother, A Tale of Two Sons, which are both highly lauded games that are critically acclaimed and I should probably play, but I haven't. This is, by the way, if you guys watch the Game Awards, this is one of the guy who said F you to Activision or something.
Oh, yeah. That's what that bullet point means. I was staring at it and thinking about it. Now it all comes rushing back.
So, yeah, of course, once again, it's going to be a co-op game. They seem to really excel in that type. It's going to be action-adventure in that genre. It's going to be coming out sometime next year. I mean, I should probably check this out, but I should probably check out A Way Out. And Brother, A Tale of Two Sons is I've heard from so many different people that that's such a good game.
I'm interested in anything this guy makes just because of how he handled himself.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And I'm down with that because be yourself, man. Hell yeah. This next one, I'm generally interested in. Lost in Random. It's going to be Tim Burton-esque. Got some dice going on. Looks like you have the good dice and there's an evil dice and there's some stuff going on.
You're playing through this kind of action-y game, and like Jordan said, it's kind of a Tim Burton-esque world with, is it claymation? It kind of looks like claymation.
I'd say that.
And I think it's an action game, and you have a dice friend, and basically you can roll that dice, or that die. I think, is dice singular or plural?
Die?
I think die. Die is plural.
Yeah.
So the dice. I don't care.
The only thing that really creeped me out about that trailer is obviously the dice is living, and the only thing that creeped me out is the one is its eye.
Oh, well, the one is its arms are also a part of the dimples.
Yeah. And it blinked, and I was like, whoa. It was kind of jarring to see a dice blink. But this looks cool.
Yeah, it's by the developers of Faye, so if you like that type of game, you might be interested in this as well. I'll keep my eye out once again to see, I guess, how the game plays and how it reviews and stuff. I'm not super excited about it, though.
Yeah, it's one of those, that's cool. You know, if it's my wheelhouse, price range sort of a thing, and I'm not have a ton of other stuff on my plate at the time.
It's nice to know that EA isn't completely morally bankrupt.
Yes, that is nice.
Or creatively bankrupt, sorry.
Both things are true.
They got literally like maybe a half-second teaser for Dragon Age. It literally just showed something.
It was like 10 seconds.
No, it was way, it was literally half a second.
Oh, really? I guess I gave it more time than I thought.
That's all it did. It flashed an image. I didn't even recognize it. The only reason I knew that it was Dragon Age is because they said Dragon Age before it.
It didn't even trigger anything in my brain about that. The only reason I knew anything about it is because I saw it on a website later. They're like, this is what we know from this second. I was like, okay.
But I'm sure some people know what that means. I don't, but I am excited for Dragon Age. It's nice to know that they're still working on it. They've released 11 seconds of footage in the past 3 years from the new Dragon Age game. A few more games here. First up, Rocket Arena, which is a kind of like Overwatch meets Smash Brothers. Actually, I wouldn't even say Overwatch. I'd say Fortnite, because it's, as far as art aesthetic wise, it's super Fortnite, which I can't stand. I hate the way that looks.
This is the one that only has rockets.
Yeah, so you're shooting rockets, and you don't die when you get hit by the rockets. You die by getting hit out of the arena.
Yeah, kind of like a smash knockout sort of a thing.
Exactly.
It looks interesting. It's going to be on PS4, Xbox One, PC on July 14th. It comes out with Crossplay, and the standard edition is only going to be $30.
Going to be 10 playable characters at launch with 10 maps, and there's going to be in-game currency to purchase Season Pass. Of course, because there is no game without Season Pass.
That's definitely how it is.
We also got some I guess gameplay for Star Wars Squadron. It actually looks kind of cool.
I was going to say the opposite. It doesn't interest me.
Well, what don't you like about it?
I am not really big into the whole dogfight space, the type of game that is. I like space. I like battles in space. I just don't like dogfights in space. When I say battles in space, I mean...
You mean like two very poorly rendered polygonal characters, like kind of shooting around in space, swinging at each other?
No, I mean like a real-time strategy space game or something like that.
Well, there's not very many games like this, you know.
True.
So it's kind of hard, at least for me, to say how I've never personally seen a game like this.
I don't think
where it's like, this is an FPS. This isn't.
Okay, I guess when I think of it like that, I don't know. I just don't know if it's for me.
I don't know if it's for me either. I just think it looks cool.
Oh yeah, it does look cool. I just don't want to play it.
It looks actually fairly in depth. You can play in VR, which might make me throw up. There's actually going to be multiplayer it's going to be somewhat competitive. Maybe
yeah, you can change your loadouts, and you can have different, not classes of ships.
No, there's different classes of ships. There's like support, attack, stuff
Well,
like that.
I guess what I was trying to say about that, like I know there's different ships and such. I guess you could you can tweak the ships, different guns, different.
Can you? I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I must have missed that.
I think they said that, where you can kind of tweak the ships and kind of do that. I do like the fact that you can have either just small dogfights or big boy dogfights with the huge mega ships.
Well, you're not fighting with those. You're only fighting with the small ones.
Well, yeah, I know.
That's the mode that looks cool to me. So there's going to be a mode where you are basically trying to take down the other team, because there's one team that's playing as the Rebels and one team that's playing as the Empire, I guess.
The good guys, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Barney Stinson. So the goal of this mode seems to be you have to destroy the other people's battleships or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
The big destroyer
boys,
things.
Big, huge things, yeah.
Which looks really cool. I want to see more gameplay because a lot of it did seem very cut to make it look
Cool.
Yeah, so I don't know what the moment gameplay looks like, though. It's going to be crossplay, which is really cool, and then it's going to come with a campaign as well. So I am actually, for someone who's not a big Star Wars guy, I'm actually somewhat, I don't want to say excited, but very interested in this game. If they do this right, I think this could be very good.
I will say the last thing I have to say about this is that I want to see how, I guess, finicky, how sensitive the controls are going to be as far as maneuvering the actual spacecraft, to see how, if it's going to be, can you turn, is it going to be super, I tilt the analog stick so slightly, or...
Why would you play it with an analog stick? You're going to play with mouse and keyboard, baby.
Well, I know, I'm talking about
First person, baby.
Yes, I know. I'm talking about just for the console people.
No, who cares about them? Also, you can change the sensitivity, I'm sure.
Well, I know. I just
in
wanna...
literally every game that's ever been made.
Yes, I understand that. I'm just talking about generally, how are the controls going to be? I'm curious about how, I guess, loose or tight they are as far as how it's going to maneuver and fly and everything. It's just a feel thing, how it's going to feel.
Sure. Yeah, I would be interested in that too. For sure. I mean, that's what's going to dictate whether the game's good or not, really.
Yeah, true.
And then finally, the worst announcement of the day, Skate 4 has been confirmed.
They were so excited to announce this. Really, Tony Hawk, man, it's
the year of skateboarding,
it
apparently.
really is. And isn't there a bird skateboarding game?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's called something to do with a bird.
Skate. Or
Bird.
Skate bird.
Skatebird?
Skatebird.
That sounds like it might be right. I don't know if that is even coming out this year.
It might be 2021 for that
Can
one.
you imagine coming out after Skate 4 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Remaster and that other Switch game?
And your main character is a bird that skates because they stated, we just thought this would be cool. It's like, all right. Thank y'all for making this game. It does look adorable. I mean, birds on skateboards, it's kind of funny.
But who cares? Because this is about Skate 4. The Skate Apocalypse.
That game is hard, but in a good way.
I mean, it's supposed to be more realistic, right?
Yeah, it goes down to like the science of the atoms of the molecules of your ankles and like the type of socks you're wearing, and
that kind of looks like what that other skateboarding
Skate
game
XL
was supposed to be,
so.
Which that must make them worry. Like, shit, we were making the realistic one. We can't compete with EA.
I mean, if I was them, I bet they put it out. We're coming out before Tony Hawk. This will be fine. And then Skate 4 was announced, and they were thinking, shit. Well, now nobody's gonna play our game because everyone's gonna play Skate and Tony Hawk.
I don't see there's no release date, I know that. But I also don't see any consoles or anything in this GameSpot article.
I would assume that it's coming for the same stuff that Skate 3 was on. Definitely PS4.
The main thing I'm thinking of is it going to come on the Switch? Because if it's not coming on the Switch, that Skater XL game is coming for the Switch.
True. I don't really know. It would be smart for them to put it on the Switch, but sometimes EA is not smart.
I know that they've been announcing more games for the Switch. I don't know if this will be one of them. Also, this just kind of randomly popped in my head. You know how Twitch has been doing all this DMCA stuff? These games especially, I don't know about Skate, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is known for their licensed music. I wonder how well they're gonna play with Twitch and YouTube.
Dude, I don't know.
You try to play this with some Rage Against the Machine and you get copyrighted.
I think some people are going to be coming for some people. They're going to be coming for some
I
scalps.
think anyone's gonna be coming for anybody.
Not like completely crazy, I'm going to take your house sort of a thing, but at least give me some chunk of change from that ad revenue, maybe. Who knows? They do.
No, I'm sure they'll try for sure.
Yeah, that is going to be interesting to see what streaming and producing content for these, first-time playthroughs, these reminiscent people, all this, that, and the other.
The what?
For reminiscent people. The people.
What the hell does that mean?
The people that are going to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater because they're reminiscing from playing the first games.
Okay, I've never heard anyone called a reminiscent people.
I just came over there
Okay.
now. So, yeah.
Nostalgic would be probably
That
a word
is a
that I would
word.
use.
That's a word I didn't think, but, reminiscent people, sticking with it. Check out Skate 4 and all the other skate games that, you
No,
wanna do.
we can't check out Skate 4 yet.
Not yet. I'm talking about just in general, While
No.
you wait for these games, learn how to skateboard, and then you can be really good.
Can't even go
at these
outside
games.
without getting a deadly disease.
Learn how to skateboard in your living room.
It's 1-to-1. There's also a Pokemon announcement, by the way. This was, to be
Underwhelming.
honest, full of almost nothing but gobbledygook.
Underwhelming. New Pokemon Snap. Cool.
That was by far the biggest announcement, I would say.
I saw that and I thought, cool. And then I also thought, I don't want to play this. It's not nostalgic, doesn't ring
See,
true.
I played Pokemon Snap when I was a kid.
Same.
Like seemingly everyone between the ages of 22 and 35. And I remember definitely liking it. But I don't think I actually owned it. Once again, I think I rented it from Blockbuster, and I definitely liked it. I remember the main character's name was Todd or something, and I think he was in the anime
Whoa,
as well.
I didn't even
But
remember there was a main character.
I think I might be making that up.
Who knows? It's Pikachu
I
behind
think
that
he wore a
camera.
green shirt in the anime. He had a headband.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought the game was cool and interesting. I am definitely interested in this game. I heard someone say it's too bad this game didn't come out on the Wii U, but then no one would have played it.
Yeah, that's true. Also, the Switch is the perfect
Well, arguably,
platter.
the Wii U is perfect because you have like a tablet separate from the
Yeah,
from
that'd
the
be
actual
cool.
console. But the Wii U sucked, so I don't want that. And this actually does sound somewhat interesting to me. I don't know if I'll play it or not. This will probably be a game where I wait to see reviews and gameplay before I buy it. I know people have been just like probably screaming their lungs out of their body because people are strangely obsessed with this game, this franchise that only has one game in it.
Yeah, people
That
really
is
love
good.
Pokemon Snap.
From memory, but I don't remember it being like the greatest thing in the world. It is pretty though. The game definitely looks pretty, and it's going to be fun to catch new Pokemon. Of course, it's always fun to catch new Pokemon.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's gonna be fun on the Switch. I'm sure a lot of people will love it, and it'll definitely probably bring a lot new people into Pokemon.
I don't know if this is the type of game that's going to bring a lot of new people into Pokemon.
I think it could. I think it has the potential to.
I'm sure it'll bring, but I don't think it does.
Yeah.
People come to Pokemon through the main
Well,
franchise.
yes, I know. But if
It might bring some people back now. It might bring some people back that played Pokemon when they were kids, and they played Pokemon Snap, or they played one of the original Pokemon games, and it might bring some players back into the fold. But I don't think that many people. I'm sure, obviously, some people who have never played Pokemon will play this game, but this is fan service. The game.
Well, yes, I think it could bring in some children of Pokemon fans that maybe are too young to
They're
play.
going to force them to play.
Well, I mean, it's so
I played this when I was 10, and now you're going to play Timmy.
Yeah, you point and click. I'm sure they could figure it out, and they could be like, "Mom, Dad, I love Pokemon. Will you get me Pokemon Shield or Sword?" And they'll be like, "Sure, Timmy."
No, they've already bought it for them, so they can trade for whatever exclusive Pokemon.
That is what parents do. Like we
We always
talked
talk
about.
about what?
I was going to say, like we talked about at the top of the show, we talked about Pokemon Calf.
You also got Pokemon Brush Your Teeth.
That is one of the creepiest announcements
weird.
trailer I've ever seen. First thing I thought of was, there's no toothpaste in this commercial.
No.
There's no toothpaste. Now, granted,
They don't. It's like they don't drink alcohol in TV shows.
Well, I
when they're
know.
pretending to drink alcohol.
Well, yeah.
They gotta act.
So apparently there's a thing that's sweeping the world where parents cannot get their children to brush their teeth. And that's what this app is for. Give your kid a cool little Pokemon hat, and they brush their teeth until it's all clean. And they get some Pokemon, and every time they brush their teeth, they can catch a new Pokemon. I think you can level them or whatever. And
I don't
Cool.
know.
it seems
Maybe it'll help me brush my teeth.
Maybe, my first thing was, I don't have a phone stand. I can't put a phone stand in my bathroom to look at me while I brush
You
my
gotta hold
teeth.
it. I think you're supposed to hold it.
The little nice lady in the thing.
Oh,
went
did
in
she have
there. She had a nice metal phone stand, adjustable. Put it in there, and her little Cujo was brushing his teeth, and
Nintendo is always having these weird health things.
Next, they're gonna have eat your apple teenies. And,
Well, they had there was some Apple Teenies. I don't think that's a health thing.
oh yeah, that's an alcoholic drink. Whoops.
They had because they were supposed to be working on Pokemon Sleep, which I guess
Oh yeah.
disappeared. I forgot about that until I heard somebody talking about that on a podcast.
Maybe it
Not that I'm super
became-
interested in it.
Maybe it became Pokemon teeth,
That would be a 180.
and they're both wellness things. I mean, you don't want to not have teeth, and you don't
No,
want
you
to not
don't
sleep.
want to. Yeah.
So, I
and
mean,
you
yeah.
want to sleep.
Um,
I'd rather have the Pokemon Sleep one.
That would be interesting. Last night we checked your sleep progress, and Drifloom says
No, not
it's coming
Drifloom.
for you.
Drifloom is horrifying.
Please sleep more.
Okay, Mr. Drifloom, please don't take my soul to hell.
Yeah. Also, Mega Evolution is going to be coming to Pokemon Go.
That game is still weirdly popular. Not weird, but secretly popular.
They did a lot of changes to that since COVID. You can now raid from your house and
Yeah, I heard about that.
do some other stuff, and I thought,
Just gonna download Pokemon Go.
still not lazy enough to play this
alongside
game.
PewDiePie and Tuber Simulator.
Not sponsored. Also, there's going to be more Pokemon Present news this week, and obviously we'll bring that news to you, regardless of importance, next week.
I heard some people speculating that it might be Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu for the second generation of Pokemon, which I would despise with every fiber of my being.
You know, like the second gen?
No, I love the second gen, but why would I want a shitty watered down version of that?
Good point. I think it's going to be a Diamond and Pearl
That would
remaster.
actually be good and
Yeah, Diamond and
add
Pearl.
something to the world.
A Diamond and Pearl remaster, or very wishful Jirachi thinking here, a double whammy release of Black and White with their sequels re-released for Switch.
Or they could re-release Pokemon Soul Silver and Heart Gold for the Switch. Boom.
Ooh, that's a hard one. If I had to put them against Black and White, do I want to? Oh, that's a hard one.
I mean, since none of this is going to happen, just say both.
All of them.
Just re-release all of Pokemon the way they are originally, remake them into Soul Silver types, and remake them into the
Sword and
like a
Shield.
newer Sword and Shield type. Why not?
Yeah, and release Pokemon World for 2022.
That weird or that Pokemon game that
I
you were
want-
talking about with
yes.
all the stuff combined.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. God, that'd be so cool.
It would take $2 trillion to make, and I would.
They
love it.
have the money. They have the money. They just don't use it.
They do have the money.
They have the money.
to take-
Damn it.
They have more money than many countries.
Yes.
Okay, so Crash Bandicoot. And speaking of another Pokemon, Crash Bandicoot 4 has been revealed. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. That's the name of the title, not
Yes, that's the.
not my opinion.
But it is about time. I am happy for this game. It is gonna be legit.
It does look good. I haven't played Crash Bandicoot since like the year 2000.
Yeah, since they all came out, I do remember them being oddly difficult. They're good, solid
I could not
platformer.
tell
Though.
you, I was very young and I remember basically nothing about them.
I remember getting so frustrated with one of the levels. I ended up beating it, but not after I crushed a PS2 controller like in half. I got my
PS2.
PS.
So you played the PS2 Crash Bandicoots?
No.
Because they were.
Did I say PS2? I'm going to say PlayStation.
You
Yeah.
said PS2, but okay.
Oh, yeah, PlayStation, yeah. Just kind of snapped it, and after, I was grounded for snapping a PlayStation controller.
Well, they had a good reason.
I mean, yeah, they're not cheap.
I threw an N64 controller
Into a
across
TV.
my room one time. It didn't break, but I did it.
Well, those fuckers aren't going to break a PS.
I also broke a PS3 controller over a fireplace one time.
I snapped it. And it's
I
no
didn't.
deal.
Technically, it still worked. I just smashed it against the side of a fireplace.
For pleasure or for frustration?
No, I was mad. I don't break things for pleasure. I'm not.
So
I was playing NBA 2K like 12 or 13, and I passed. Anyone who plays those games knows that sometimes the passing is not the best. I passed it to the wrong guy like the 5th time in a row. I broke the control. I broke it apart. Like the seams were coming apart. Still worked.
there you go. Okay. So, Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. That's the title. That's how everybody feels about it. Looks like they're going to do a bang-up job. New stuff for this game, though. You can play as Crash. You can play as Coco. And you can play as Cortex.
It's going to be made by Toys for Bob, who, interestingly enough, did not make the Insane trilogy. That was Vicarious Visions.
They did. They did work a little bit on the Insane trilogy and Crash Team Racing, though.
But what they did was they made the Spyro remaster, the Ignited trilogy.
Yes.
Reignited, sorry.
And they did a really good job on those. Haven't played them, but as a Spyro fan, look solid.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm a huge Insomniac fan, so I definitely like Spyro. I played more Spyro as a kid than Crash. Although I do want to play, and I got it on my handy-dandy notebook. I recently wrote down the Spyro and the Crash trilogy, and I kind of want to play CTR, which I never played as a kid.
It's really fun. If you get it, I'll play with you because
Okay,
it's
cool.
super fun. I was looking at it because I wanted to see. I've gotten to this role of kind of seeing how long games are, just to kind of see what I'm getting into. For all three all three Crash games, you're looking at about 15 hours.
Combined? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, they're not long.
I
Apparently.
mean, I love How Long to Beat. I'm on that website multiple times a week.
Yes, it is very nice.
I should probably
It's-
bookmark it.
Yeah, I don't have a book. No, I do have it bookmarked. Yeah, it's really good. I like that website. Yeah, so this is going to be coming out on October 2nd. It's going to be for Xbox One and PS4. No Switch release yet.
Yeah, I did. I noticed that it's not going to be a Switch release. I do think it could definitely run it. It's got this kind of cel-shaded look, which I do like. It looks different than the Insane trilogy, and of course it looks different from the originals because those are 20 plus years old. I know some people were kind of complaining. I don't even want to say complaining, but you know what? I'll say complaining about the way it looked. But I didn't mind it. I like cel shading. I didn't think it looked bad at all.
So I can kind of look at trailers, and this is just a me thing. It might not make any sense to anybody else.
But
I looked at this trailer, and it looked like Crash, and it looks like it'll feel like a Crash game. So-
this is what we call a humble brag.
Yeah, and I like it. There's going to be new power-ups. They talked about different masks, and I watched the interview with somebody that worked on the game. I can't remember his name. They talked about how there's going to be a modern mode and a retro mode. So retro mode is going to be played where, Aku? And he's going to give you lives like he would in the original game. Or the modern mode, there'd be checkpoints, and it would just restart you over and over and over at the checkpoint. Whereas in retro mode, you would just have an X number of lives, and once you're out of those lives, you would just start the entire level over.
There's also new masks and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. New powers. It looks like they kind of, instead of going on your face, they kind of become like a suit. And you,
Some of them, yeah. It gave me Ratchet and Clank vibes.
it's cool. I did. And looks like one of them, you can kind of change gravity. You can go from up and down.
There we go.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm glad y'all couldn't see
Gravity.
my face right there because I could not remember directions. Yeah, looks like it's going to be a good game, though.
But there's also another, I think there's a time manipulating mask as well.
Yeah, that's the two they mentioned.
They showed others. I don't remember.
They didn't mention what those
did,
are, though. There's 4 new powers in total, and I guess I'm not going to spoil anything about the story from number 3, but
Oh man, the story. If there's one thing that I can't stand is when people spoil the Crash 4 story.
Well, I'm talking about just the all together story, and it's funny because they make a
There's a
comment.
stupid Bandicoot, and he's trying to save his little sister and his weird 6'5" tall wife thing that has boobs for some reason.
Yeah, it is weird. But the mask goes, how many times you beaten this guy?
Oh yeah, I saw
3.
that. Talking about Cortex.
Yeah, feels like more because of all these
Oh
other
yeah, 'cause
random.
there's like five sequels that I guess they're pretending didn't happen.
And the best one is where Crash rides a motorcycle. Crash Wild Hogs West Infinite or whatever it's called.
I think that's in Crash 3 or that's in one of the originals.
It's its own. Is it really?
Yeah, you do that in one of the originals. 3.
This
I
is
think.
its own thing where Crash. Maybe I'm
It's
making
a
this
whole
up.
game.
I think so. I
wouldn't
might
be
be wrong.
surprised.
I might be wrong, but yes, there are many Crash games apparently.
Oh yeah, there's probably north of 10.
I just forget about most of them.
It's
So,
probably a good thing.
yeah, this is gonna be. I'm excited for this game. It's
I
far enough
remember-
away that it's gonna be good.
When I played the Spyro game for PS2, how disappointed I was. Wonder if that's how people feel when they play some of the other Crash Bandicoot games.
I'd agree with that because I played that game and I felt the same. I was thinking, yes, new Spyro, heck yes.
I don't remember it being like the worst thing ever, but I remember it not having. It
wasn't
didn't
as
have
fun.
what like that spark. I guess I don't know. It's been 20 years since that game came out. Holy crap!
Man, games are getting old. Oh,
No, you're getting old. There was also a Smash Direct where they have finally revealed, Min Man, the newest character from ARMS, who is going to be joining Smash on June the 29th.
learned a couple interesting things from this Smash Direct. One, Captain Falcon is adorable when he's eating noodles.
Oh man, go watch the Captain Falcon of Smash reveal thing. It's really cute, really well done.
Also, Sakurai does not play Smash with a GameCube controller. He plays Smash with a Pro controller.
Yeah, I think he's mentioned that before.
And I was watching, I was zooming in with my eyes, not actually on the video, but staring, and then he was just like, this is a Pro controller. And I was like, what?
He had 2 Pro controllers.
Yeah.
A lot of people were mentioning his setup. He had an Xbox One, a PlayStation 4, a PlayStation 4 Pro. He had 2 big screen TVs. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, that man, he is,
Of course, he had Amiibo.
yeah, that man is a gamer.
They also revealed a Joker Amiibo, which looked pretty cool.
That looks badass.
And they also revealed a Hero Amiibo,
Yeah, it's coming out later than the Joker one.
which didn't look as good. It kind of almost looked like they weren't done with it.
Yeah, maybe there's some flair or something they can add to it. I wouldn't mind getting some amiibos. Back a while, probably a year ago, I went on not really an amiibo hunt, but it was an amiibo YouTube hole where I just watched people amiibo hunting on YouTube. And then
Sounds like Amiibo hunting was from like 2015.
maybe. But yeah, I watched those videos and then I went out and tried doing it at stores and was unsuccessful because then I realized there wasn't any really amiibos that I super mega wanted.
No, if you're Amiibo hunting, you got to get all of them.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I already
doesn't
have,
matter. You
I already
gotta
have
do
too
it.
many pops, okay? I've made too many
do.
mistakes. I bought a Ouya and I got pops, okay? That's 2 mistakes. You can only make 3 mistakes in your life and then you go to hell. So I got 1 left and I can't be going down there.
What do you think about Min Man?
Cute. I really didn't. I thought it was going to be. I liked how they. Now, granted, I wish it was a different character. I don't have anything bad against the ARMS characters because I haven't played the game, but I did like how they revealed the thing of them fighting, all the ARMS characters fighting, and then her that I didn't. Since I don't know anything about the damn game, I thought she was just like a shopkeep.
I think she owns a noodle shop.
Yeah, shopkeep. And then she was just like, mask, hands, I'm a robot now. I think that's how they do it.
I don't think any of that's.
Oh.
She did have some kind of a mask on, but I think that's.
Did they not transform into robots? Are they not?
No, they just have these weird arms. They're not robots. They're people too, Jordan.
That makes
just because
more
they're
sense.
Asian doesn't mean they're not people.
That makes more sense than them having a special gene inside their body that allows them to transform into a robot.
I mean,
Maybe, I don't
that is very Japanese, but no, I think they. I don't know. Maybe you're right because, I mean, she's not a robot, maybe transform their arms? Are they always like that?
Do they break
'Cause
their
how does
arms to
she-
make them stretchy like that?
How does she? No, they definitely don't do that. But how do they?
I don't know.
How does she make noodles with these big ass stretchy arms that have dragons on the end of them?
And a big old spike ball. It was really cool.
I think she looks really cool. I think she looks like she's gonna be
Fun.
She's super vibrant, which that is one thing I liked about Arms. The gameplay looked kind of boring, but a lot of the characters looked interesting. I think she's definitely one of the more interesting ones. You don't see her as much, it seems like, as like the Arms dude.
Yeah.
Because he's on the box. And apparently, when I was watching somebody, I think it was Alpharad, YouTuber, who's pretty big into Smash. He was watching the reveal. And I think he said that she won the popularity contest, so that makes sense.
Cool. This kind of gives me a slight inkling of hope for how this next Smash rollout of characters is going to be.
I mean, I love her design, honestly. The more I look at her, she's really interesting looking.
The thing I can slow clap for is that it's not another Soy Boy, because I would lose my damn mind.
Sword Boy?
Yeah, like a Final Fantasy. Sorry,
He said Soy Boy.
Oh, I didn't mean to say Soy Boy. Another. What are they called?
Sword Boy.
No, the game they're from, Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah.
I would probably lose my mind if it was. Granted, you know, it's a party game. It's fun. Yeah, there's a competitive scene. Yada yada.
No, it's competitive.
Yeah, whatever.
All items off, baby.
All
I actually
items
do
off.
play with
No.
all items off usually, because it drives me insane.
He hates items off. He wants final smashes off. Only these set
I
competitive.
can deal with
stage.
final smashes. Okay.
Oh, can we turn it back on?
Huh?
Can we turn it back on then?
No. Special occasions only.
Boring.
And what I like about this game is you can turn Battlefield and Omega stages on. So all these BS stages that like Mew just comes and kills you randomly or something, you can just make it to where Mew's a part of the background, and it just has there's
That
no
is nice.
stage hazards or something.
None of this random
great.
flip upside down,
So you-
floor is lava,
Oh
black
my
hole
gosh!
bullshit.
So you still get to appreciate the the beauty of the stage and the music and everything, but you don't have to put up with random crap.
I need to look into how to turn on Smash and then just make it shuffle all the music in the game and just play it.
I don't know.
I need to look
know
at
if you
that,
can do that or not.
because that sounds fun. Just
It
like
does sound fun.
background music. Just
I mean, I've done that in the
shuffling.
past. Like when I've been at somebody else's house or something like that, I would, if I wanted to play music and I didn't want to use my phone or whatever, I would literally, I would use my Switch, turn on the Smash, and
Yeah,
just
Smash
have
soundtrack.
the music library has some of the greatest video game music of all time, just hundreds of songs.
It is really nice.
This also is going to come with if you get her, I guess
The battle pass.
it's going to come out with a bunch of music and stuff as well.
Yeah, it comes out in music, new stage.
18 songs. It's going to come with, her stage.
Also, they didn't make them any better, but they introduced some more Mii costumes.
They're never going to make them better.
Also, I was looking at the eShop. Some of those skins are only 75 cents.
They're all 75 cents.
That makes sense. I'm not going to buy any, but they're kind of cool.
Yeah, they're coming out with the Fallout. Fallout.
A Vault
Pit
Boy.
Vault Boy.
They're coming out with the Tekken one. If you play the girl Mii fighters, you can play as Maria and Tupac and Biggie.
Oh, Callie Marie.
Callie Marie, yeah.
They look kind of weird.
They do. Looks like they're
Kinda
not
got
finished.
like a man face or something.
Yeah, I don't like it. There's something weird about it. Instead of it looks like they tried to draw the characters as Mii characters instead of just giving the Mii characters
Costumes.
costumes.
Because they have makeup on.
Yeah, they have
Callie
makeup
Marie
on.
have makeup.
And also they're squids.
It looks off.
It's
and
creepy.
a little weird. I'm not the biggest fan. I do think it's kind of hilarious that you can play as Vault Boy.
I was looking at that, and part of me thinks that maybe something about how the character's design might throw off something in the game, but we'll have to see.
Vault Boy?
There's no reasoning behind me thinking that, other than he just looks vastly different than some of the other characters in the game, just of how he looks.
I think he looks exactly the same as
Really?
as the Gunners or whatever he is, except he has a blonde hair and a stupid smile.
Maybe I'm just thinking too much into his design. I think it's cool, though.
They're not going to be good, so you don't have to worry about it.
I know they're not going to be good, but it'd be cool to have some of those outfits.
I mean, not that it matters to me because I suck, but yeah, I mean, it would be cool to have them. I mean, there's some cool Persona ones too, but I never play as them, so
Yeah.
I don't.
I
won't
want
be getting
to.
them.
Judging by what the next character is going to determine if I buy the whole pass or not. I'm ultimately definitely probably gonna get it.
I'm probably gonna get Min Min. She
Just-
looks cool.
Yeah, just because why not? It's Smash, and it's nice to have all the characters when you and some friends sit down to do some bullshit. Except
Sometimes you gotta jump online and get pissed off because someone's playing
Sonic or Metroid
Runaway
or
and it's
whoever.
online and Nintendo has bad online support and you get mad and you want to break your GameCube controller, but you remember that it costs $60 and you can't afford another one, so you put it down and go scream at your roommate for something he didn't actually do, and then the cycle continues.
That's right, the cycle continues. But I shouldn't have bought the pass with Byleth. Cancer. Shouldn't have done it, man.
I'm looking forward to see what they do next. Come on, Resident Evil, or wasn't it different? Resident Evil is definitely the thing that I want more than anything.
Just throw Claire in there.
Who? Oh, Claire from Resident Evil.
Yeah, throw Claire in there. Or
I can be down with that. Claire's
yeah.
cool.
Anybody. Jill, Claire,
I want Chris.
thick
I
boy.
want thick Chris.
Thick boy. He plays like a combination of Ganondorf and Terry, and Bowser. Little splash of Bowser, just big boy
He has
walking
a
through.
gun.
Thick. I know.
None of those characters have guns.
That's the funny part.
He has a knife too.
He acts like a thick boy, but then he pulls out a gun.
I just shoot you. I got
Yeah,
you.
shoots you. You're like, oh, thick boy. He's gonna be like Bowser or Ganondorf or somebody, and he's just like, no, man, I'm just thick.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they release a Resident Evil character, but it was Ethan from Resident Evil 7, which is fine, I guess. He's a fine character, but he doesn't have the history of, the other 10 other protagonists.
I want to see Crash and Smash.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with that as well.
That'd be fun. We're not going to go down a rabbit hole of who we want to see in Smash.
No, there's a lot.
Just no more damn Fire Emblem characters.
No, oh please no. I was also kind of disappointed that they didn't reveal another.
Yeah, I was really thinking they were going to tell us at least, it's coming from this game. Or, here's a hint. But nope.
It's kind of 50-50 at this point whether or not they're going to give us anything from the next one. And of course, they are working from home, so it's going to be slower. Apparently, they recorded this in May.
Yeah, that's early. But I guess it did come out, mid-June, so they wanted to make sure everything was done, polish up everything, and, have it ready.
So, check out Min Min when she comes out on June 29th. The final piece of news, Jordan. Mixer is dead. Long live Twitch.
Yeah, I saw this and ran out and told Ryan, it was like, holy shit, Microsoft is killing Mixer.
Microsoft's not killing Mixer. We killed Mixer because nobody watched it.
Hey, it's not my fault. It is not my fault.
I downloaded Mixer yesterday.
Wow.
And then did I kill Mixer by downloading it?
I mean, I did make a Mixer account and then never did anything with it.
I made a Mixer account and subscribed to Ninja and Shroud because they gave free. I also like Shroud, and Ninja's he's fine too. I like Ninja. I don't like Fortnite, but he was playing other things.
I like Ninja as a businessman. He's a damn good businessman.
But yeah, so I gave free. They were giving out free subscriptions to those two. But yeah, they weren't doing so hot.
No, well, like we talked about in previous episodes, they during one of the biggest rises of gamers. Everybody's watching Twitch, playing
The biggest
games.
rises of gamers. That's one of the grossest things I've ever heard anybody say in my life.
You're welcome. Now it's eternal. Mixer wasn't doing too hot. They didn't even grow very much at all. With
No,
everybody
and
being
now
inside.
so they're shutting down Mixer and they're partnering with Facebook Gaming, according to an article from IGN.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be doing this pretty soon. And it's...
Oh, I think it was in the next week or something.
Yeah, shutting down Mixer on July 22nd. And it's going to redirect
Okay, the next month.
Yeah, it's going to redirect everybody and all apps to Facebook Gaming. And anybody that
So
has...
if I open up my Mixer app, it's going to take me to Facebook Gaming.
On July 22nd it is.
I gotta delete Mixer.
That's right. Also, it said that anybody that has whatever Mixer's currency is or whatever that Jubilee-doop is, that you'll be getting Xbox gift cards for that. In whatever, I don't know what the conversion is or how that's going to work, but that's what they said they're going to do. Oh, here, yeah, so here's the actual words they used instead of the gobbledygook I just told you. As for Mixer viewers, those with outstanding Ember balances, channel subscriptions, or Mixer Pro subscriptions will receive Xbox gift card credit. So take that with what you have, think about it, and I guess spend your Xbox gift card on, I don't know, Halo Infinite or whatever you want to do with it.
Apparently, people. So, Ninja and Shroud are obviously the big guys in this environment, and on Mixer as a whole, they were like probably by far the two biggest streamers. And they had the option to go to Facebook, but I think they both turned it down.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing pretty regularly on Twitter. Now, granted, neither one of them at the time of this recording have tweeted anything as far as a strong stance one way or the other, but everything that I've seen looks like it's either, you're free to leave and we'll pay you out.
Yeah, they're free to leave.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
They're going to get paid what they're owed, and then they can stay with Facebook Gaming and get paid extra, or they can leave to like Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah, or wherever they want to go. And so that's kind of crazy. I didn't think when I woke up today that Mixer was going to die.
I mean, it makes sense.
It does.
But who would have thought that Mixer would have died before GameStop?
Ooh.
Got him again. But apparently Facebook Gaming is not it's completely different. People don't like it very much. The chat experience isn't as good. And I think just by the fact that it's tied with Facebook, which has kind of become, and I hate this word with all my being, it's kind of become the boomer social media.
So just, if you heard me type in right there, it was me going to facebook.com/gaming just to look at it, and it hurts my eyes. I mean, they got a nice banner that says "Welcome Mixer Community. We're making it easy to get started, find communities, and grow together on Facebook Gaming." So, and this is not looking too hot. Looks like the top person right now has 2K views.
Who is that? Is it?
It is Nitro Loot DX playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
The only person I know on Facebook Gaming, I believe is what's his name? Disguised Toast. I used to watch him play some card games and stuff, and he was actually pretty big on Twitch. But of course, when you go to Facebook Gaming, there's less people to watch because it's smaller. Of course, Facebook as a whole is bigger, but there's a smaller community on Facebook Gaming.
Yeah, looks like the top 3 people, 6K, almost 2K, 1.2K, 2K.
Is this sponsored by 2K?
2K Games. It's in the play.
It's what?
I just made it up.
It's
I don't know.
in the play? Okay.
I don't know what their word slogan is. And then it, kind of falls to, 990 and 435, stuff like that. But we're not here to talk about Facebook Gaming.
I mean, we are a little bit. We kind of are, actually.
I hate the way this looks. And it's not just because I dislike Facebook. The only reason I have Facebook is because I have an addiction to card games, and I'm in a bunch of card game groups. But that's neither here nor there, and we're not going to talk about that. But if you know a recovery group for recovering card game addicts that need help getting out of a cult that they are in, please add me on Twitter.
So, I mean, obviously, this is kind of a win-win for Shroud and Ninja.
Oh, yeah. They got paid a bunch of money, and now they're free.
Yeah, exactly. They can go to Twitch, they can go to YouTube, and they got paid millions of dollars. It's all but confirmed that they each got paid millions and millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah. Good for them. I mean, go where the money is, as long as it doesn't, change your morals or values or anything like that. But other than that, go where the money is.
So, personally, I hope they come back to Twitch, because I'm not going to download Facebook Gaming. I'm not going to do it.
Would you watch them if they live streamed on YouTube?
I hate, yeah, I already use YouTube, and I will say that is one thing that Facebook has definitely over Mixer. Is Microsoft is a massive company, one of the biggest companies in the world, but they don't have like a social media platform where they have daily users that people come to, like a Google Plus, for example, that people come to and use every single day. They don't have that built-in user base.
Is someone that casually gets on Facebook about once a month, probably.
I should really delete my account.
I mean, yeah, you should. I don't ever see a button or a banner or anything like that saying, hey.
I see ads for Facebook gaming all the time on all these video game news sites, but
I'm talking about just for me specifically inside the app as someone that does play video games and enjoys video games content. I don't ever see the actual button or anything saying, hey, watch Facebook gaming here. Also,
so this isn't its own website, is it?
No, it's in Facebook.
You have to go to.
You have to be logged into Facebook. Yeah,
I don't feel good.
Yeah, it's through Facebook. It's facebook.com/gaming. It's not gaming.facebook.com. It's facebook.com/.
I don't mind the logo.
Yeah, I mean I can see where they're trying. It doesn't look like trash.
It kind of does though.
But it doesn't look like complete trash. You could tell they're trying.
I mean, someone who had some sort of, I guess, talent made this, but it's nowhere near. I don't even think it looks as good as Mixer.
Well, no, it's Facebook. Of course, it's not going to be as good as Mixer, but obviously it's good.
Somebody's streaming Farming Simulator. Oh wait, never mind. That's actually a game. I thought that was
like a Facebook game.
Yeah, what's it
like
called?
Farmville?
I thought it was Farm. I thought somebody was streaming Farmville in 2000. My mind was broke.
That was very intense to watch. I really thought that he was about to have a brain aneurysm.
The top Facebook gaming. The title is GTA. Son of a bitch. The title is GTA 5 Mods, Last of Us 2, Joel turns into a super zombie.
Hold on, wait. I gotta look at this.
And it's Last of Us 1, like PS3 model Joe, standing beside what looks like Solomon Grundy.
Oh my gosh, I want to like screen cap that and use it as a thumbnail somewhere.
I cannot believe how bad this looks. I mean, good lord, it looks so. I was like kind of memeing and making fun of Mixer because I don't think it looks as good as Twitch, but oh my gosh, why couldn't Facebook have gone under and Mixer survive?
I don't know, man. Feels bad though. Oh, there's Disguised Toast. He's under suggested streamers for me.
Disguised Toast?
Yeah, Disguised Toast, Gogonzola, Stone Mountain, Doom M49.
Yeah, Mixer looks so much better.
And Kingslayer. Well, a lot of PUBG mobiles and Fortnites.
Oh man, I'm just gonna go to Twitch and let my. It's like a soothing image compared to Facebook gaming. Okay. Yeah, I would be interested to see where that goes. Oh, I wondered, because I looked up on Twitter, Shroud has tweeted out today, I appreciate the Mixer community and everything I've been able to do on the platform. I love you guys, and I am figuring out my next steps. Ninja essentially tweeted the same thing. I am interested, definitely, because obviously I am. We've been talking about for the past 5 minutes. But I know that when I think Ninja and Shroud both went to Mixer, obviously money was a big factor. But one of the other factors was I think they wanted to be able to play what they wanted without having to worry about the viewer count or the community being bad or something like that. Because they could just kind of chill and play whatever they wanted because they got paid so much to do it.
Yeah, I definitely get that. Ninja said earlier today, I love my community and what we built together on Mixer. I have some decisions to make and we'll be thinking about you all as I make them.
So obviously we will be keeping you up to date on that saga as it folds out. That is really it for the news though.
Yeah. We'll keep you up to date with everything else going on. As always, we got some deals for you. Epic. You can get Memories of Ari Memories of Old, free now free June 25th until July 2nd, as well as Stranger Things 3, the game, free starting June 25th until July 2nd. Also, the Steam Summer Game is rumored to have started.
To be starting?
I said that wrong. The rumor has it that the Steam Summer of Games is going to start June 25th until July 9th, but nothing has been confirmed. Steam has not tweeted out anything at the time of this recording episode, and they do not have any banners or logos or anything of the such on Steam as of late. Usually they would have something, they'd be teasing something. It is just the 22nd. Usually they would have said something now, but I haven't seen anything. So hopefully we'll know something by the next episode.
But that's really it for this episode. You can apparently on the iTunes podcast app, you can rate in the app. So that's cool. Share with your friends and family. If you're on Facebook for some reason.
Yeah, if you listen to this on YouTube, subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified when we put out new episodes. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it. If you want to reach out to the show, you can on Twitter at What I Mean Podcast. You're going to reach out to Ryan on Twitter. It's going to be at Ryan Divisions. You're going to reach out to me on Twitter. It's going to be at Aswaylock. And don't worry, all these are going to be in the descriptions, so you can just click the link or just figure it out how to search it up like that. If you want to email the show, you can. It's going to be oneupmepodcast@gmail.com. Like we said, this is going to be available anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can also follow the Instagram at oneupmegaming. That's going to be it. Stay safe and play on.